You guys, what's up?
What's up, guys?
It's me, Kim Congdon, and my co-host,
Alex Scarlato.
Oh yeah, we're back with another episode of Broad Topics. Thank you again for listening in. We're here week after week. We did miss a podcast. It's true. We're sorry.
We're really sorry. We really did want to record one.
Alex was gonna say we really did try, but that wouldn't have been true. That's why she stopped herself, because we didn't really try. We kept saying we should go up and record, but we were in Vegas all weekend for Lewis's fight, and it was just
a lot. It was a lot.
It was a lot. Even if when we were relaxing, it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was like we had to go get towels, now sunblock, and then the bar doesn't have any water, and then we had to go get change and even sometimes relaxing places is like too much.
Vegas was exhausting. I got back
we're a little
feeling
loud.
I agree. I got back feeling as though I was more tired than when I left.
I didn't catch up until last night on my sleep.
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel a little better now, but I've been late to work every day this week.
Dreary me, do you have a lighter?
Oh, sweetheart. I think I've just bought a brand new one.
I could use it because this light is only flicking, sparkling, and flicking.
Those are the cheap ones. You ought to just toss it before you buy it. Everyone knows a Bic is the only lighter.
Hand me that Bic.
Here you go.
Son of a Bic.
Son of a Bic.
That was a bad joke. So we're doing good at the beginning of this fucking fire-ass podcast.
We're killing it.
Shit. So...
I thought we were going to talk about our trip. Do we have nothing to say besides, whoa, Vegas was wild?
Whoa, Vegas. What did we do? What was anything crazy happen? We went to your house and had a slumby.
We did. We had a little slumby at my house. Kim got to see my housey. Mm-hmm. Kim got a little bit of a...
I slept in Alex's bed, and you could literally feel... When I was laying in her bed, you can I laid in her bed and I can feel like I was tripping. And she was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I do all my drugs right in that spot. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, you have like a drug portal here. It was like a black hole of like trip where you lay in her bed and you can just trip.
Yeah, no, she got in my room. She was like, this room's crazy. And then she laid down on my bed and she was like, no, this room's really crazy. I kind of feel high. Like, I'm fucked up.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me.
So that might be a thing. If you trip in the same place over and over and over again, you leave your drug energy there.
Yep, and her drug energy is definitely there right now. It's fucking nuts. Then we got up 3 a.m. We got to the airport.
Miserably got up at 3 a.m.
Yeah. First flight, real quick, landed. Second flight, the temperature of the airport is something
crazy
that needs to be mentioned. We went to this fucking airport at 4 a.m. and our gate was in the very corner, and like you can see, like, let's say our gate was like gate 25 was at the very right hand corner of wherever we were walking towards, because you could see the giant 25 sign, and as we're walking towards it, you can feel the air like every 2 feet get just like 2 degrees colder.
You know, like when you're in the supermarket in the summertime and you're going toward like the freezer section, and you could feel that, like, okay, but it's gonna be cold for like all of these aisles over here.
Yes.
It was like that in the airport, and we thought it was just going to be like a passing thing, I guess. But when we sat down, Kim noticed that she could literally see her breath.
I could see my breath. That's fucking nuts.
This was a 90-degree day.
Yeah, it looked like a haunted movie scene.
It was really weird. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. We were all just shivering there with our breath in the airport. Everybody wearing summer clothes.
It was hot out.
It was fucked up.
It was really fucked up. So, yeah, the airport was fucking freezing. We get on the plane. I feel like the second I closed my eyes, we landed. We had to stop.
Yeah. No, we landed as soon as we got up, basically.
Mm-hmm. And you like flying. I don't like flying that much.
Well, I like flying because I never really flew as a kid. So it's super exciting for me to like be in the fucking air and like look down at like the aerial view is not something that I've ever been used to.
That's some white girl shit.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Nobody but a white girl is excited to be 35,000 feet suspended in the air, trusting another human to keep you there.
Flights don't go wrong that often. Like,
how often does a plane crash?
I have to look that up.
Would you please?
Yeah.
I need to know, because I looked it up one time because I read this story about this plane where there was a bomb. I think this was in like Germany or something, put in the plane. The plane blew up, and the plane blew up, and there was only one survivor. It was a flight attendant. But she fell for 3.5 minutes. She was suspended in the air falling.
What? How do you survive that?
She only had like broken ribs.
For 3.5 minutes? Mm-hmm. Do you know how fast your Like, aren't you going basically like terminal speed?
I don't know.
Like,
if we can find that article also, that would be dope to pull up. But how often do planes crash? What does that say?
I'm looking for it.
Because, like, how many times have you had something that worked all the time and then suddenly it just broke? You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like it should happen more often.
Yeah, for sure. But they test and, like, retest and check everything before they leave, you know?
Yeah, but, like, everything, every wire that's in that plane is tested and retested.
Okay, so last year there were more than 3 billion people who flew on more than... All right, 3 billion people. Fucking take that number out. There were 36.4 million flights and only 81 accidents.
36 million and only 81 accidents?
Yeah, okay. According to the International Air Transport Association. Yeah, the 5-year average, it has been 86 accidents per year. So that's about 1 accident for every 2.4 million flights. So it's 1 in 2.4 million chance or so.
Wow. A 1 in 2.4 million. I like that.
Yeah. It's really
low.
Really fucking low.
Can you imagine? I mean, there's people... Can you Google plane crash survivors?
Yeah.
Because, like, those people... Do they fly? You have to fly again after that because it's not going to happen twice. You know what I'm saying? Like...
Well, I mean, that's a personal thing. Like, there's a lot of people, like, after an accident or whatever, like, who are, I feel like you go one way or another where you're like, I'm either never doing that again or that's going to be my life now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They become pilots.
Like fucking Bethany Hamilton, the fucking 14-year-old chick who got her arm taken by a shark, is like a pro surfer.
Like, you know what? I'm going to surf.
I'm just going to keep surfing, bitch. Like, yeah, okay, so in the history of aviation, there have been a very small number of sole survivors of airline crashes. In 2011, there was a sole survivor on a plane with 45 people where 44 died. That's crazy.
That's a crazy feeling.
That's fucking crazy.
Like that would be like goals though. If you like, because like this would be my ideal.
You said this on the flight. You were like, well, if it crashes, I'm going to be fine.
I was like, yeah, that's going to be me fucking, you'll see me digging myself out that rubble. You'll see my little finger with a joint in it. It'll stick out of the rubble. Like,
how'd you get that on the plane?
I crashed the plane. I'm the reason the plane's here. No smoking, they said. Yeah, like that would be goals to be like let's say your boyfriend dumps you, right? And you're like trying to and he's like, I bought you a flight back home. You can't live here with me anymore. I'm sending you back home. Like, I don't want you to live in my house anymore. And you're on the plane back to your parents' house, right? And you're like sad. And the plane crashes and he hears about it. And there was 120 people on the plane, only 119 survived. So he's like crying.
You mean only one survived? 119 died?
Yes, that's what I meant. And he's crying and crying, but he's kind of sort of relieved because of it through the whole thing. And then they're like, but there's one survivor. And they show it in the news. You just see a hand come up and smack down on the rubble, and another hand come up and smack down and lift itself up, and it's your fucking ex-girlfriend. That shit would be a gangster ass move.
She's wearing an old t-shirt you gave her. It's me, bitch.
My locket's still here.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I'm sure, I mean, I would have survivor's guilt. I think we discussed this before. I know that I would have survivor's guilt. I think you'd be like, bitch,
I'd have survivor's pride. I'd be like, there was 45 losers on that plane and only one winner, obviously. Yep, they say the strong survive, and here I am again. At the funeral. That's my funeral speech for them.
Oh, shit. Anyway.
Wow, I guess Murphy was right. That law was, there's a reason for that law. It can and it will.
Oh, shit. But yeah, no, every fucking flight that we were on, that second flight all the way from DC to Vegas was almost as cold as the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kim and I took to the same methods. I kept looking over at Kim and like checking out her methods of keeping herself warm.
She was copying me. I wish I was back at school with a desk and a folder so I could make that little fort. Because this bitch was copying my shit, like my airplane etiquette the whole time. First of all, I couldn't stop talking about how I used to be, how I took first class once. The whole fucking plane ride, I wouldn't stop comparing everything. I was like, yeah, well, when I was in Mint, over at JetBlue, they really don't do this to you.
Yeah, not only that, comparing the first class that we walked past to the first class that she had been on, where she was like, I'm glad we didn't upgrade our seats. This first class is shit compared to JetBlue.
And I said that in front of the first classians.
It's like, oh God, you barely got extra leg room.
I was like, you paid for this fabric to split us apart? It's even a clear fabric. I can still see you over there, first class. More like worst class. Oh, yeah, they're the worst. I mean, if you're ever going to take I'll say it once, I'll say it again.
Oh, God. Oh, boy. Kim said a lot this weekend, guys. I have no idea what she's going to say. We have so much of each other.
I said it once, I'll say it again. JetBlue has the best first class.
Oh, boy. Oh, I've heard they got seats that recline all the way back.
You want to lay horizontal? JetBlue. You want to have a 3-course meal? JetBlue. They bring by a gift bag. JetBlue. They give you headphones. JetBlue. Blanket. Pillow. JetBlue. Massager in the chair. JetBlue. They've got a little thing that holds your water bottle with a light underneath it so it glows blue as your water bottle, like a club light.
That's important.
JetBlue.
I like that part.
I'm not done. Blow up your cushion. Or deflate it. JetBlue.
Wow.
Mint and mint? Literally. JetBlue.
Oh, boy. Anything else?
They have a card. It tells you the name of the flight attendant so you know who to spit at. And boy, did Sandra get a lot of my spit in her eye that day.
Fuck Sandra.
But really funny story about the first time I was on Mint in JetBlue. Well, I'm not used to getting Mint from JetBlue, so it was a pretty new experience for me. In fact, it wasn't planned. I was booked on a show. They get my flight. And I see my seat number is 4A. And I'm like, that's pretty close, but they probably gave me the emergency seats in the front.
Yeah,
like the classy girl I am.
Right.
Which is my first class. Which is Puerto Rican first class. I don't know if you know. $30 extra, you could sit Puerto Rican first class on a plane. You can take free mints if you're sneaky enough. You're close enough to the drink station. You just pretend you're going to the bathroom and you stuff your jacket.
Yeah, but then you got to help everyone else before you help yourself. It's a lot.
It's a lot, but it's worth
it. To trust a Puerto Rican with, really.
It's a lot of responsibility for a Puerto Rican.
So, Mint, Kim, tell us more. Jesus. Did you lose your train of thought? It's all you've talked about for 5 days.
So, Mint. Back to Mint. So, they give you a blanket. Did I say that?
Kill me. Kill me.
Oh, yeah. So, I was so poor that I was looking and I was like, there's seat 4, it's first class. I was like, oh, but it must be like they start the numbers over for the poor people. So I walked past first class, not knowing I was in first class, but then by the time, and you're the first people on.
Like one of the plebs, you just walked right past them and then you had to fucking scooch past the poor to get back there?
Yeah, I had all my shit. I had to turn around and push past the people like, excuse me, I didn't know, and I was saying it. Excuse me, sorry, I didn't know I was in first class. And then I get to my seat and there's a little card on my seat with the name Sandra, and I go to the flight attendant. I'm like, I think this is my seat, but it says it's for Sandra. And she's like, no, lovey, I'm Sandra.
Oh, they sent her from Australia, from down under. Lovey.
So yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a beautiful experience. I don't expect to fly first class for a very long time.
You can lay horizontal. I don't know if you know.
Anyway.
They give you a mint.
Anyway, guys, our seats were terrible. I didn't even have enough space to really kind of lean my head forward on the seat in front of me. Mm-hmm. It was pretty brutal. But when we got to Vegas, we had so much fun. We partied. We went poolside. We innovated.
I saw a bitch get dragged in her room.
Oh, you did?
I saw a bitch get taken. Like, I was walking.
Whoa.
I saw a bitch get taken.
I saw a bitch get taken.
It's true, though. I was walking, like, and it was like one of those, like, what's a scary movie?
Taken.
No, where he,
like a real.
it's Johnny.
Okay, that's that is
starts with an S.
The Shining.
The Shining, yes. It was like a hallway in The Shining where it was really long. And this is really weird because I had this is weird because I had that creepy Shining thought right before this moment happened. Nothing really scary happened. It was just a long empty hallway that I was walking down. It was kind of like dimly lit. And I had an eerie feeling, like, and the words The Shining came into my head.
Can I stop you? I like the idea of the Shining, but it's the Hard Rock. So instead of like classy people haunting the place, it's just like hard rock people.
Old trashy, like,
it's the trash of Vegas fucking haunting the place.
Ugh.
It's beautiful.
Someone that died from a DUI.
Yeah, you get lost walking around the 7 different pool areas that are for some reason attached instead of a maze.
Fake titty ghost.
The ghost in fucking Elvis's jacket. The Dave Matthews Band outfit.
Oh, Jesus. So yeah, I'm walking down the hall. I get this really eerie feeling. And then like I look like behind me because there's like a way longer hallway behind me as well. I kind of just came out of the elevators. You can go left or right down the hallway, one of those deals. So I went right. I'm walking down this hallway and I look left just because it's so quiet, creeps me out. I see a security guard. He's walking away towards the elevators. Like I must have just missed him. And then I look straight and I keep walking down the hall. And I remember thinking, like, is this guy going to like he looked like something was up, but he wasn't sure. It just felt sketchy.
Like
and
that feeling we had at the park when we saw that guy and we were just like, no, fuck this. Like
he didn't give me that feeling, but he gave me the feeling like
something
he's
like that's
somehow
happening.
Involved in something that's happening.
Yeah.
It was very weird how I understood what was happening without knowing. And then right when I saw that and I looked straight ahead, kept walking, a girl darts out of the hotel room.
From behind you or in front of you?
In front of me in the hallway. As I'm walking, I'm like probably 500 feet from the end of the hallway. She's at the very last door to the left of the hallway. She darts out of the room so fast that she hits the other side of the wall. Like she runs straight out the door and hits the other side of the wall. And she screams, no! And I look up and right then a dude runs out and grabs her and drags her back in the room and slams the door. And then you just hear shit breaking. Like there's just like fighting. And like instantly I just start shaking. The first thing I thought, I had this weird feeling in my head that it was a trafficking thing and that guy was going to grab me in the hallway next. So the first thing I did was turn around to see what the fuck that guy was doing. He was running towards me. So I'm like, oh fuck. I like lean against the wall and he runs right past me to the room. So he's like going to help when I thought I was going to be involved. And now that I don't think I'm going to be involved, I'm in like help mode. So I'm like, fuck, what do I do? And then suddenly a bunch of security come out and start banging on the door and I decide my own business. But he was fucking murdering that bitch in the room.
God damn. That's Vegas.
That's crazy, right?
That's the Hard Rock, baby.
So yeah, I came and then I went back downstairs and it was good. We gambled.
If I recall properly, that was like early evening. It wasn't even the middle of the night kind of situation.
That was like 8 p.m.
It's like 8 p.m. Yeah, that's fucked up. Oh yeah, no. That's right. It's because you and Lewis took forever coming back to go over to, we're really classy guys. We went to Vegas for the whole week. The only place we gambled was Hooters.
They have $3 blackjack though.
Yeah, we were gonna, we thought we would class it up at the Hard Rock, but the tables were too expensive for our cheap asses. So we went.
It's not even really that because we sat at the $3 table and all of us bet $15 to $20 a game.
Yeah.
It's just we don't like being told we have to give $15 a game.
Well, I was enjoying like if I had like a couple good rounds in a row, I would like bet low on the next round, just feeling like maybe, take it easy or whatever. It was nice to have the option of just throwing in 5. So much fun, guys. I never played blackjack before in my life.
You've never played before?
I never played anything at a casino until that, but it was
Isn't
just
it so fun.
Literally, we filled a table with only Gas Digital like crew and friends and whatever.
Yeah.
And just raped the dealer, basically, all of us together.
And then we played with her blackjack also.
Yeah, we pushed
the raping was just Lewis and Ralph. We only played blackjack with her. Oh, remember, Lewis is bad luck.
Lewis is I don't think he's bad luck. I think that if he attempted to bring any positivity to the table whatsoever,
Yeah, he's too negative for blackjack.
he's too negative to play blackjack with. We were all hanging out and playing and all winning, like literally kicking the dealer's fucking ass. Like they
were watching us.
we were like that. We're gonna get this dealer fucking beat the fuck out of her later.
Yeah,
because they're
she
gonna
got whipped she got whipped in the HR later on that night.
She literally got ass whooped on the fucking strip. But yeah, and so it was going around. Everybody was taking a turn to cut the cards when it was time, and when I fucking wanted to cut the cards, my dear boss Lewis would not allow it. Said I'm an unlucky person.
No, he did not. He said you're an unlucky bitch. Don't fucking misquote my man, Alex. Respect him, please.
You're right. He did. He said I was an unlucky bitch, that I couldn't cut the cards, and from that moment forward, he was just Mr. Negativity.
And we started all losing.
We all started losing. I don't think it was my cut, man.
And then the dealer left. Like right after that happened, they were like, switch dealers. And then this new girl came in. She was like this hot Instagram model with fat titties. And then Lewis was like too interested in flirting with her. He couldn't even focus in the game. And we kept losing because he was trying to like weirdly nag her.
I know that this is going to sound crazy to everybody, but like, even though physically cutting the cards is like a physical act in the real world that determines reality, I swear to God, that was not what made the cards come out shitty. It was Lewis's fucking negative energy.
Whatever card was in the front, if it was an ace that was going to be in front of Alex, it suddenly turned into a 2.
I mean,
2's not what you want to see in the card in a blackjack ever.
It would also be like we would all be dealt fucking dope hands, like across the board. We'd all have like 20s and 19s and whatever, and then the dealer would just get blackjack.
Yeah,
just fuck us over. Like,
yeah, like 10 times in a row.
Like we think we're gonna win. We think we're all in position to win right now, and she would just fuck us. Like, God damn. But it was really fun. I came out on top, for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I did too, I think. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I opened up my laptop and a $100 bill came out after Vegas. And I was like, this is a good sign.
You definitely did good.
Yeah. I know that blackjack table, I started with 80 and I left with 240 total.
Wow, we both left with 240. That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, I put in 70 and
You left with 242?
I put in 75, I think, and I left with 240.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We're twins.
We're twins.
We're annoying everybody. Oh, this is really funny. Me and Lewis and Chris from Brooklyn.
In the
Chris
pool?
from BK.
Are we talking in the pool?
Well, yeah. Is it Chris from BK?
I think it was Maddie, actually. Maddie Jester Skulls was in the pool with us.
Oh, it was Maddie. Okay, yeah. So, is it BK, though? Chris from BK?
Chris from Brooklyn. Yeah.
So, it was me, Lewis, and Maddie in the pool. We're all just hanging out. And I... get bored. Maddie and Lewis start talking about something dumb.
They were talking about the fight. This was on Sunday morning, and it was like Lewis's first time to actually fucking chill out. He was in the pool, just kind of enjoying his win, and we had to fucking bother him.
And so they started talking about the fight. I get bored, and I'm like, I'm gonna call Alex. So in between Lewis and Maddie, not on my own area in the pool.
You guys, I was so far away. I was fucking laying out, and I was.
She was in her own zone, somewhere washed up on the beach,
soaking in the sun, next to Shannon, just hanging out.
And just I go, Alex. And I said it really quietly, and Lewis laughed just at the thought of you hearing that. And I go, Alex. And you didn't hear me. And then I was like, and I'll go. And he goes, she's not going to hear you. And I go, she'll hear me this time. And I went, Alex. And we all look over, and I shit you not, Alex fucking pops up, and you can see she's looking around.
I feel like it must have been, I want to tell this from my perspective so badly, because it must have been before you guys were able to turn to where to expect to see me, I had already popped up and been looking at you. I swear to God, you guys, I was laying out, fucking enjoying the sun, hanging out, talking to Shannon. Literally not a second before I heard my name, I thought to myself, I'm ready to go find Kim in the pool. And I was like, I was like sitting up, about ready to stand, and I hear her go, Alex, and I just popped the fuck up like.
And me and
like
Lewis
I
and
jumped.
Maddie died when she fucking popped up at my third Alex. And then, I mean, this is like a walk-in pool where it's like sand. It's all sand. It's a sand pool, so there's no concrete. It's just like a beach that goes into the water. And
So there's no steps down. It's just like a ramp kind of.
And I go, Alex, and she sees me, and she gets the biggest smile on her face. And from 0 feet, and from 0 feet to 3 feet of water, does a head dive into the water towards me and Lewis. It was like cackling. He's like, she's like a dog.
It was beautiful.
It really was cute.
I felt
He
like
was
a
so
dolphin
jealous.
in that moment.
It was beautiful. It was, but it was like the timing of it all.
Jealous is the word, Kim. Everybody who we were with got so jealous of our friendship.
Everyone's
this
really
weekend.
jealous of us.
It's crazy. They're so jealous.
Just so you guys know, nobody at Gas Digital wants me and Alex to be friends.
when
Nobody.
they see us together, they're like, oh.
They roll their eyes.
They're like they think we're too much or something.
Yeah, we're annoying though. We are.
We really do accents like 24 hours a day, but we'll pop between them line by line somehow.
I don't think we take it very far.
I don't think we take it too far at all.
I think honestly we're pretty nice girls.
I think we're sort of fun to be around, Kimberly.
I think we're fun to be around too. We party, we drink, we smoke. We took a mushroom cap 30 minutes ago.
Oh, we did take a mushroom cap 30 minutes ago,
Who
didn't
wouldn't
we?
want to hang out with us? We hallucinate for fun.
We played Kimmy Alex in the pool. It's a different version of Marco Polo.
We just stand in front of each other and we go, Kimmy,
Alex,
Kimmy,
Alex,
Kimmy,
Alex.
Oh, that's really bad. Oh shit. So
Yeah, so anyways, the Smoked Honey guys were out there. Shout out to the Smoked Honey guys.
they had a suite. It was fucking dope. We partied in their suite, smoked weed.
Can I say they are the coolest fucking people?
They're really, really cool.
Always bringing through so much product, really bringing the good time. And the fight itself, I mean, I guess it would be kind of fucked up for us not to even mention the fight for 2 seconds. We were just not going to.
We're like, so we looked really cute in our bikinis.
Everybody was jealous of us.
Well, we don't know why they think we're so annoying. We just don't get it. We're a goddamn nightmare.
Oh my God.
Jesus, we're sorry, Lewis, my babe, the love of my life, my future husband, the man I've committed my heart to. Fucking whooped Ryan O'Neal's ass. It was great. It was such a good fight.
It was so good. Kim got me up front. I got like preferred like fucking seating for that shit.
You know why why everyone at Gas Digital hates us? Because I have to do things like, they're like, you can bring one person with you. And I'm like, obviously it's going to be Alex. Because nobody's going to stand here and commentate like this with me.
I know. And sometimes I go over to the other interns. I'm like, hey guys, so Kim asked me to do this. Listen, I know if it means more to one of you guys, you could do it. I'll step back. And then nobody ever says it. They're like, no, you go, have fun.
Because they know they'll be walking up to me and I'll just give a snarl. Like, what are you doing here?
You're going to do accents with me or what? Let's hear them.
Show me your best 50s. So, yeah, Lewis again.
First of all, any of you guys who actually watched Ellis Mania, I think this is a fun point. It's been glossed over. There's a moment in the actual commentary of the fight where Ellis is like, you fucking comedians, get off the stripper pole. There's someone stripping there. That's Kim. That's Kim. That's Kim standing directly in front of the stripper who was there to entertain behind the fight, because that's really the best view of like the ring.
I stood in front of her it's a little square.
She actually sat on on the platform that held this girl's stripper pole, sat right in the front of it, and the girl was like, I'll just try to party around you, I guess.
She literally said, it's fine. She's excited. I heard her say that behind me. But I'll fucking shout out to Alice McMunn.
Fuck yeah.
McNunn. Malice. She's fucking dope. I always just called her Malice. I don't know.
I froze up, man. I have no idea what.
I've always called her Malice, but I met her like years ago she came on, Malice McMunn. Yeah.
She killed it this weekend. She had sort of a big part in the festival besides being the girl on the pole.
Yeah, she's fucking amazing. She's always such a good sport. She's a really nice chick, and she always got that ass out.
Fuck yeah, I like it when that ass out.
That ass be out.
Lewis fucking made me squeeze Kim's butt over the weekend.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
It was so weird. It was juicy.
But you both did it.
We both did it. Yeah.
Such an inappropriate moment.
Things get so personal, really, at this company.
This is should not even be on public record, honestly.
Like, guys, he made me.
My boss made me touch his wife's ass.
He asked me how it felt.
He watched me touch it. He wanted to see my reaction. What'd you think?
I literally, do you remember my reaction? I was having such an awkward moment where I was like, how am I supposed to react to this? And as I was asking myself that question, I felt your butt, and it was the most genuine reaction of all time. I was like, oh my God.
It's good, right?
It's literally juicier than it looks, even.
I know. It's like
a handful.
When I touch it, it shocks me sometimes.
I wish that's something that I was like, I wish I had something to like grab.
Yeah, it's a lot. I can make it clap.
Can you?
Yeah. I don't, but I
saw
can.
a porn star do that last week at Gas Digital.
It was me. It was me on Real Ass Podcast.
Anyway, guys, sign up for a 14-day free trial.
GasDigitalNetwork.com. Yeah, so
we took a Slurpee and lunch break at the same time.
You and Shannon touched my ass. That was fun.
It was so much fun.
Shannon liked it too.
Shannon did like it. I had so much fun with Shannon.
Shannon's the best.
We really had a family vacation. Could we talk about brunch?
Oh my God.
I really had a moment at brunch where I felt like I was with like my extended family, kind of cousins and parents and stuff. And Lewis kind of felt like an abusive dad for a minute.
Yeah. For a minute?
Yeah, a few minutes.
1 minute?
He scared the waitress.
When?
Do you remember at the brunch restaurant?
Oh, the second brunch. I thought we were going to start at the first brunch.
Oh, God. I forgot about the first brunch. God damn it. Brunch was a nightmare, everyone.
I can't believe that she brought up the second brunch without and forgot to remember the fact that we had to leave for his brunch to get to the second brunch. So the night before, I don't know if you guys know the... Okay, so, I mean, a lot of people maybe, don't really... So if you're not sure, Gas Digital Network is a, you could say, production company.
Yeah, it's a podcast network.
And Lewis is my boyfriend, and him and Ralph own the podcast network, and Alex is one of their producers. She started as an intern, and he has other interns. There's Harrington and Luke and Becky and Brian.
Yeah.
And so Harrington, everyone has their own character.
At Gas.
Some would say at Gas Digital.
For sure.
Alex is like, Lewis is like chick producer, and she just like
Shannon is sort of that too. I'm sort of like the goody two shoes.
You're the goody two shoes. Yes,
Digital,
you're the goody two shoes. Exactly.
Yeah.
She babysits for Lewis.
Yeah.
Like she's like, I'll watch James. Don't worry. I'll get you lunch. She's like sweet,
and personal relationships with everybody
yes, and Luke is almost like the young one. I feel like he seems at Gas Digital, right? He seems like the youngest. Like he's a comic. He's like
being a comic
he's like
gives him a different perspective on it. I think for sure.
Yes, he's got a different vibe.
Because he's coming up as a comic. It's just a totally different thing. Exactly. Yes. It makes him the young one out of everybody who's a comic.
Exactly, because he's a comic.
Exactly.
So he just seems younger to us because he's like, a young comic.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Becky. She's the photographer. She's very quiet. She hangs around. She's really quiet. She's
Check out our show from last week or last episode if you want to hear from Becky.
It was really funny.
Awesome.
I loved it. What was the episode called?
The episode was called, oh shit,
I don't remember either, but it was fucking hilarious. Oh, it was the shoes, the cement shoes one.
No, it was called Suckerfish.
Suckerfish.
God damn it.
Check out the Suckerfish episode. And then there is Harrington. And
Mike,
Harrington, his personality, he's the goofball. Lewis was like, Harrington, I never give you any chances. I'll let you pick breakfast for me. All I want.
This is right after Lewis's fight. He's so pumped after the win. He was like,
he hasn't eaten a carb or sugar in 3 months.
He was like, you know what? I'm in a good mood, Harrington.
We're all at a table drinking.
I'm going to let you pick where we have brunch tomorrow, but just make sure you set it up, set a nice reservation, or someplace where I could get me some pancakes.
That's all he wanted.
That's all he said.
He goes, 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Big smile. I've never seen Lewis with such a big smile on his face in that moment.
He fucking walked off with a swagger. He picked himself up, put me on my shoulder, and then he left with a cigar. He was in such a good mood. So the next morning we go out to go get brunch. And we're walking to the brunch place, and it's like beautiful. And like Harrington is like, he set a reservation. They have the table set up. It's gorgeous. It was a beautiful place. It's
beautiful, yeah.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
And we sit down, and Harrington's not there yet. He's late. Yeah. And we sit down.
Well, actually, we were late, and like a minute before we showed up, they decided to go play at the tables for some reason, which is also something that you could always expect. I'm like,
yeah. Harrington loves to gamble. In his defense, he's a fucking fire gambler.
He's a fire gambler, but that's not even what I was talking about. I was talking about like traveling in Vegas or on any kind of vacation with a group of like 20 people when like as soon as the people who you're waiting for are about to show up,
the other ones leave.
Fucking 3 of the people who had just been waiting are gone and somewhere else now. It was frustrating me all week.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. It felt like sometimes you're running a daycare.
Yes.
Because you're walking and one person needs to pee, and then you get a little further down. Someone's like, I got to pee now. It's like, why didn't you go when he peed? Yeah, it's sounding like a fucking preschool teacher.
You guys are 35.
Please, no one close to their 40s need to pee in the next 10 minutes. Please.
Hold my hand while we walk to the bathroom.
They're 35. It's so funny.
It's true.
Oh, it's so funny. So we sit down at this restaurant, and fucking Lewis is like, I don't even need to look. I just need pancakes. And I look at the menu and I go, you might want to look. Because there's no fucking breakfast at all. They have an extended brunch menu. This place, Harrington didn't call to check to see if they had breakfast.
Like that they were serving like breakfast or brunch all day.
To 1.
Yeah.
Which is something you would ask because it's 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
You have to ask if it's still brunch.
Our reservation was at 1 o'clock, and by the time we all got together, it was about 1:45. So, yeah. To be fair,
but they ended brunch at 11.
Yeah,
it was or at breakfast at 11, and there was only like an omelet, like a healthy omelet with no carb. There was a no carb omelet. There's a waffle with like, who chooses a waffle? Yeah. Nobody wants a waffle when they're doing. We want French toast or pancakes.
We asked them if they could like use the waffle batter and just make pancakes with it, and they were like, yeah, but we start using the griddle for fish, so you don't want those pancakes.
So we fucking set up this table. Then we're like, you know what? We're going to find another place to go have brunch. We have this table for 18 set up. But they all went out of their way. We were 20 minutes late for our reservation. They're holding it. Now, Lewis is like, we'll go walk to another restaurant, but first let me roll a blunt. Who's got weed? So now we're passing. It's this beautiful, fancy French restaurant. There's people around us.
So fancy. The waitress had been there 7 times to check if we wanted to start ordering while we were waiting for the rest of our crew to arrive.
So we could leave. We already knew at this point we were leaving, and we kept lying like, we'll order soon.
We're like, yeah, well, we're almost ready. We're just going to wait for them to get here. And she was like annoyed with us for taking the table for so long, basically.
Yeah. So then we rolled the blunt. We left her like $60.
Filled up on bread.
Yeah, we really ate all the bread because we were like, we'll leave her $60. This will be worth it. You know? We left her a huge tip. Everybody like threw down a 20 in our end.
She had to clean a 20-person table that nobody actually ate.
She didn't have to. Some busser that she's going to tip out has to with their $60 that we just tipped her. She was good.
Yeah,
it's so worth it. You work for hours for a table for $60.
I didn't want to put it out, but I do have a hilarious photo of Lewis rolling a blunt on the menu there, and you're just pissed off.
That's amazing. Me pissed off?
You're pissed off in the foreground of the photo, and in the background, Lewis is just rolling this blunt on the menu.
Because I was stressed about like taking up too much time and like being there. I'm like, can we roll? We could have just rolled the blunt outside. You know what I'm saying?
I was half stressed about somebody catching us rolling the blunt, but not stressed enough to not be taking a video of it.
So we left her a good tip. We started walking. We go to brunch. And
It's like a 20-minute walk in the heat. Everybody's upset about it.
it's not good.
It's not like a team building thing. It's like everybody gets to the second brunch kind of like less excited and just ready to fucking eat.
Now we're hitting 2:45. No one's
3
eaten.
o'clock, yeah.
Yeah, no one's eaten yet. We get there. We tell the server, we have a party of 18. She goes, how many are here? And we're like 16. She's like, I'm like, no, please. No, please.
They're coming, I swear.
We're waiting on Bisping and his wife. So it's like, who knows? Like,
It's like, yeah, we can't ask them. Like, they'll show up when they show up. That's
we don't
fine.
ask them when they're coming. Sorry. I'm like, they're coming. I was like, we'll order for them. I'm like, fuck it. We'll, like, whatever. And which also we won't do. But so they're like, is it okay if we split up the tables? We do 6, 6, and 4. And I was like, oh yeah, that's great. That's fine. Can they be close to each other? She's like, yeah, they can. They'll be able to see each other. I'm like, okay, that's cool. We'll take whatever. I was like, we'll be easy. We'll be in and out. And she's like, okay, cool. Thanks. We just like are so busy. And we had like this little connection, right?
Because, yeah, I don't think they usually take fucking groups of 16 at a time.
18.
It was like a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we go to sit down. Well, we should instantly go to sit down. But then it was like this commotion with who's sitting where. We were trying to figure out like the best way to get everyone to where someone knows no one at the table, which it shouldn't even matter. You should be able to eat with a stranger.
We all knew each other. Like, we all knew each other. It's just who knew each other better than others, kind of. You know?
Yeah.
Because it was our sponsors from Smoked Honey.
Shout out to Smoked Honey.
Shout out to Smoked Honey once again.
Who also got the best food. We have to talk about that.
Lewis and Kim, Bisping, his wife.
As Lewis would describe it after the fight, the fighters and their bitches.
The fighters and their bitches, including Shannon.
Shannon and Diego.
And then there was like a little gas digital
table
with, Chris from Brooklyn and his girlfriend, and me and Harrington, Maddie, and shout out to Kenny.
Yeah. And then so Smoked Honey's at this table, and Lewis suddenly sees that the booth behind us, because it's 2 booths and a table, and Smoked Honey's like a little farther away, and Lewis is like, we can't have our sponsors over there. They're our sponsors. We're not going to leave them at a table and a booth
first
opens
of all,
up.
I felt bad having them just be all off on their own for the group breakfast that we were at. I wanted to sit with the sponsors and shit and like chat with them. You know, it was like a shitty situation to begin with, and then we both had nice booths, and they were at just like the kiddie table in the corner. Like.
Yeah. So then Lewis makes this huge fuss for the table behind us. But before he does this, I get the idea to tell the waiter behind everyone's back. Well, me and Harrington are walking in, and I go, wouldn't it be funny if they're out of pancakes? And Harrington goes, he's like, it'd be funnier if you told the server to say that. And I go, okay, I'll do it. So
that's a great idea. Great idea, Mike.
Dude, Harrington, I take back it all. You're the most valuable thing at Gastadoodle.
For sure.
Fuck Alex, dude.
I don't have ideas like that. You're an idea man.
So then I go to the waitress and I'm like, or the waiter, and I'm like, hey, when you order from my bald boyfriend, he'll be the loudest one at the table. I said that before,
really?
Which is funny because he was the loudest one in the restaurant 10 seconds later. And I was like, just say we're out of pancakes. It's the whole reason we left a whole nother restaurant, walked here in the heat. He'll go crazy. It'll be hilarious. And he was like, all right, cool. And then I sit back down and relax, and then look up and realize Lewis is now making a scene.
I mean, they're calling the manager.
I see that a waitress runs by, and she's telling the manager, I'm not letting him serve me. He's stalking me and scaring me. And Lewis is like sweating post-fight, like bruised up, like limping. He looks like a monster out of a movie chasing this chick, like... Smoked Honey needs to sit in that booth. Why would you not sit them in that booth? And so it's like awkward. Everyone's like kind of standing, like waiting to sit. Lewis scares them into giving the booth.
I mean, I was glad about that. It wasn't a nicer arrangement.
It was way better.
It was way better.
We could see what they were eating, which is like really what you want to do too. You want to see what your friends are eating. It was peek over the shoulder, make jokes.
Yeah, we're back to back in booths. So I just like turned my head. I was not sitting at the same table as Kim, but all we had to do was literally turn onto our elbow, and we're just face to face. It was great. It was really cute, actually.
They were all pissed.
Nobody around us liked it.
So yeah, so after all that happened, Lewis is like sweating. He comes and sits down, and we're all calm. The server starts taking everyone's orders and then gets to Lewis, and Lewis is like, I'll take the pancakes. And the server goes, oh wait, fuck, I forgot to tell you guys we're out of pancakes. And Lewis looks at me. Everyone's silent. Everyone's looking at Lewis. He looks at me. He puts his head on my shoulders and just like melts under the seat.
His hands on his face, just like almost crying.
Yeah,
like,
and then Diego goes, call it. And I was like, just kidding. And the whole table was like, Rah! So we went from being monsters and scaring a staff to suddenly being a big happy Italian family.
being like the most fun group in the whole restaurant.
People were like clapping and like cheering. They were throwing money at us. Like it was like fucking, there's confetti, balloons came from the ceiling.
We're now 3 separate tables worth of people celebrating for the same thing. Mm-hmm. It was great. That was so much fun. And shout out, I wish I knew his name, our fucking waiter at
hot black dude
at Hash House a Go-Go
in Vegas.
Whoa, he should quit that job and go to LA and be an actor. He killed it.
He killed it. He
killed it.
He took half the orders before he suddenly remembered. It was like genius.
Yeah, he didn't jump in too quickly with like, we just so you know we don't got pancakes.
Yeah, like, that's how I would have done it. All nervous, like they would have been like, hey, excuse me. Like, hey, excuse me, Kim, real quick question. We're gonna trick my husband. Can you pretend we don't have hash browns? I'd walk up and be like, no browns allowed. Like, to a black family, like, just fuck it up. Like, oh, I don't know, I got nervous, I said it wrong.
Oh, also the fact that the waiter was still down to go through with it after the little fit of rage.
It made it even better.
It made it way better. It was great.
And it was even better because I had warned everyone. Like, the second Lewis got up and he was set back down, I was like, I told him to do this prank. Should I keep going through with it? I'm scared now. And everyone's like, do it. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was too good. We could not let it go. Yeah, that place was great. They gave Kim her mimosa in a real tall leg.
You know what's fucked up? The leg mimosa made me drunker than a regular mimosa because it was so trashy looking.
It was the trashiest mimosa ever.
It was the leg lamp from A Christmas Story.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was, right? The leg lamp from A Christmas Story with a straw at the top. But you put it down on the table and you're not tall enough.
It's like a Barbie stand, too.
You're not tall enough to get to the edge of the straw if you're sitting down at the booth and the drink is on the table.
So you have to put it in your lap to drink it.
Yeah, it's the trashiest thing ever.
Yeah, and like it comes with like a stand. Like you,
yeah,
like it comes with a platform or it falls over if you don't place it directly on the platform every time you take a sip and put it down. It's a whole fucking thing. Who would do that? Only someone with herpes.
Vegas is.
I know. I ordered one, but I was being nice because they gave one to Rebecca Bisping and she didn't ask for it. She was like kind of annoyed, but then they were like, would you like it in that too? And I didn't want to be like, ugh, no. So I just joined her in the trashcapade.
She's the classiest lady I've ever met in my entire life, and I felt like I've never seen. I would not have served her that drink in that glass if she ordered it from me. I'd be like, well, this woman needs it in a proper glass.
Yes, just common sense would know. You give me the foot, and you give Rebecca the fucking the flute. I get the foot, she gets the flute.
I am fucking lost for words when I turned around and started drinking from that, and I literally couldn't speak.
Bisping tried to take it from her. He was like, you're not drinking out of it. And she was like, it's fine. And she's so sweet.
So classy about it. I don't mind.
I want to be her.
They're the best. I have no chance of becoming anything like her.
Never.
She's amazing. No, that was crazy.
I wanted to talk about this real quick before we keep going. I just want to shout out to our sponsor, Smoked Honey. If you're over the age of 21 and living in California, you have to take a look at this product. They are a genius company. And I'm not even talking about the weed part of it. I'm talking about believing in us. You know, you guys are fucking, you get it. You know, no, that's really, I do want to talk about their product, but really, really the coolest thing about Smoked Honey is that they understand, they get it.
They get it. They're huge supporters of comedy, which is great.
They're huge supporters of people, not just comedy, like people like in their dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like they sponsor like musicians, and like they're in the, I know that they're in the MMA world now, and they're in comedy, and like they're just like out there, they're doing their thing, and they're doing it with really good product.
Yeah.
They're doing it exactly how everybody should look to Smoked Honey to figure out how to like be a company.
Yeah, they're a bunch of good people putting out a really fucking good product. We learned so much fun stuff about them this week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the fact that you taught me about the dab darts. I had no idea that inside the dab dart, it's the same distillate as inside the vape pens.
Yeah.
So the stuff that you could be with the dab darts, you can do anything. You can obviously do dabs, or you can. Me and Lewis put them in our blunts. We seal our blunts with them.
I've learned a better technique of that as well.
Oh shit! How do you do that?
You've got to roll your blunt, right? And then you squeeze some dab dart around the tip in like a spiral.
Oh.
Right? And before you squeeze it, you heat it up a little bit with a lighter to make it a little bit more viscous. I learned all the tips and tricks this week.
Did Smoked Honey teach you all these
Smoked Honey taught me all the tricks.
Oh my God.
I'm here to share them with you, girl.
That's crazy. So yeah, but in the dab darts you can straight up eat.
You could, yeah.
So the stuff you're smoking out of vape pen is the same stuff that you can like eat, put in dabs. This stuff is versatile.
Exactly.
Jesus. So if you want your own, if you want some THC in your bloodstream, and you want it to be good as fuck THC, hit up Smoked Honey. They're on Instagram at Smoked Honey.
And online at smokedhoneyca.com.
Yeah.
So after brunch, anything else? No. That was when you saw that crazy the lady being dragged.
Yeah.
And then we went to Hooters. We already covered Hooters.
Oh, this is cool. I decided to go just play that roulette machine after everybody's done gambling at Shake Shack. Mm-hmm. And I'm so annoyed because I thought about putting like $3 on it, but I only put 50 cents on it and read 9 on roulette. And it was the first thing that hit.
That's wild.
Isn't that crazy?
You won a lot.
I won $18 on 50 cents.
On 50 cents.
But I was
so
going to put like
great.
$5 on it.
Damn.
I know.
Damn.
I know.
You're a very intuitive person like that. That's wild. Just call the number just because you're walking by. That's weird.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
I'm a psychic motherfucker. That's so Raven. It's the future I can see. That's so. It's so mysterious to me. Yeah. That's me.
And
hi, I'm Raven Simone, and you're watching Disney Channel.
And cut one more time.
Hi, I'm Raven Simone, and you're watching Disney Channel.
That's great, Raven. Hold. One more time.
I'm done with you, motherfucker. All right. Hi, I'm Raven, and you're watching Disney Channel.
We need you to lift your left hand higher.
I'm sick of this motherfucking shit. Mama, they make me do this motherfucking shit too many times.
I love that.
That's so Raven is racist, I think, against black people.
Was she
Raven
super
Simone.
ghetto behind the scenes?
No, no, but that's a funny thought, right?
I love
Have you
it.
seen the weatherman when he gets the bug on his face?
No.
Oh my God. YouTube it because we can do the audio and it'll be funny. Weatherman, bug on face. It's a black guy. You'll see.
All right, let's see this.
I'm sure those words will make it pop up.
I love news bloopers. Fuck
Yeah.
eye.
No, not on I. Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Is this it?
Yeah. Will you put the mic on it? Do the short one.
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death? The fuck is that? Shit! I'm dying in this fucking country ass fucked up town. Shit flying in my mouth. The fuck? I can't see pollen. Let's get the fuck out this country, motherfucker. I can't see. Wait.
Oh, God.
Let's hear him in the beginning again real quick.
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death?
What really happened that Thursday in Augusta High School that led to Chris Hardwick's death?
Goddamn, motherfucker.
Goddamn, I'm tired of these motherfucking bugs. That's what it reminded me of.
Oh, my God. That was great. I loved that. Yeah, so
That's So Raven was so good.
That's a Raven was really good. Vegas was great. Lewis's fight was fun.
Oh yeah, we never talked about Lewis's fight.
He killed it, I
we
guess.
never talked about his fight still. We were going to go back to it, weren't we?
I don't know how we got away from it again. I'm going to learn that in post. I have no idea.
Well,
right.
you guys,
Sorry about that, guys. Some technical difficulties.
our fucking podcast shut off.
Yeah. This Puerto Rican bitch. God damn it. Whoa.
Okay, before the battery dies, we lost you guys because our batteries are dying. We only have a few batteries, but I did some Puerto Rican shit. Alex,
First of all, she switched between batteries for like 5 minutes.
make it quick.
To try to find ones that would work together, and then when that didn't work, she bit them. She bit down on them. She was like, "This will get the juices flowing in there," and it worked. Here we are. We're back.
We're back. So if you ever have a battery with a soft spot in the middle, you can bite down, dent the battery, get the juices flowing.
Can we do a quick test at how quickly you could answer a would you rather?
Sure.
Okay, so Kimberly.
Yes.
Would you rather have sex with your cousin in secret or not have sex with your cousin, but everyone thinks you did?
Not have sex with my cousin, but everyone thinks I did.
Everyone thinks you did.
Everyone?
Everyone thinks you did. Everyone who knows you and your
I'm
cousin
getting so horny.
thinks you did.
Just kidding. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'd rather just that one. I don't care really what people think. That one's really easy. If I didn't, I don't care.
I feel like I'd rather just have sex with my cousin in total secret. Nobody knows about it.
No, because you can't take it back.
Yeah, but I would pick a cousin. Could I just pick a... Could this just be
No,
a cousin?
It's your closest cousin.
I was just going to pick a distant cousin, man.
Yeah, that's easy. I've been fucking distant cousins. Would you rather? I done did.
Shit. Everybody thinks I did? Fuck what they think. I can't do it. I just can't. He's my cousin.
Amen.
Amen, sister.
All right, you guys. This has been another episode
That's it for us.
of Broad Topics.
Indeed.
If you're listening and you enjoy our podcast, we put it out for free. We love you guys. We love doing podcasts. Please subscribe and rate. Leave a review. Share it with your friends. Anything. You know, just give us some love. It's not that hard. We're everywhere. We're
everywhere. We're on iTunes, Google Play.
Yeah.
Anywhere you
Stitcher.
find podcasts.
Yep.
You could follow me on Instagram at intern_Skrillex.
Follow me on Instagram at Kim Congdon.
And we love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.